Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Craig and I thought I'd put together a video on how to start a business in the UK with no money. Now, you're going to need some money at some point to get started, so let's see how we can get that for you. So, first question for me is why start a business? Well, maybe you're skilled, you're a tradesperson, or you're very passionate about doing something good, or you've got a great product. Then they're great places to start. So I personally was a car painter and I decided that I wanted to earn more money than what I was currently earning working for someone else. So I started to grow myself as well as a business, and I've learned that having a business is both rewarding and exciting. However, it requires careful planning and preparation to ensure that your business has the greatest chance of success in the future. So I thought I'd take you through a few key steps in this video and what it takes to start a business in the UK. And remember that I'm a business consultant, so if you need any help, advice or guidance, then you can reach out to me on craig-robinson.com. So let's get started. Step one for me is always create a business plan. This is often overlooked, but as most new businesses fail in the first 2 years, I see a good business plan being the backbone to any good business. It's also a great tool to help you work out the details of your business before you launch, and also keep you focused and on track after you've launched and you're developing the business. Now, I use a free online template which you can find everywhere, and I just adapt it to the given business that's being launched. So don't worry if it seems a bit daunting at first, because once you get started you'll be really surprised at how it all comes together. So your plan will have to include costs and pricing. So if you have no money to start a business, you need an investor. Only a silly investor is going to give money away freely without a solid business plan. Step two is develop your business idea. Now, this is deciding on what product or service you want to offer and who your target market is. I'm a tradesperson, so for me it was easy to decide and answer those questions. Some of what I'm going to speak about next will be covered in a business plan, but I'm going to just go over a few of them briefly. Things like you'll need to conduct market research to understand the demand for your product or service, and also the competition that's out there as well. Some questions to consider in your business plan would be things like, what problem does your product or service solve? Who is your target market? Who are your competitors? And what is unique about your product or service? And by answering some of these questions, you can develop a clear and concise business plan that will help you stand out in the market. Step three, choose a business structure or legal structure. In the UK, you can choose to set up as a sole trader, a partnership or a limited company, and each structure has its advantages and disadvantages, so it's important that you do your research and decide and choose the right one for you. Sole traders and partnerships. Now, they're relatively easy to set up and have less administrative burden, but you are personally liable for any debts that your business incurs. And on the other hand, a limited company offers more protection for your personal assets, but requires more paperwork and is subject to more regulation and costs a little bit more annually with things like accountants. But I would just do your research on tax deductible purchases for your business and all of the business structures and see what best suits your needs. Step four is register your business. Once you've chosen your business structure, it's time to register your business. You can use the Companies House website for a limited company or register with HM Revenue and Customs for sole traders and partnerships. You'll need to just provide basic information about your business, like business name, address, and who runs it basically, and it only costs £10 to do online to register a limited company, so it's accessible. Step five is set up your business finances. So setting up your business finances is important. The very important step in starting your business. You'll need to open a business bank account and set up some accountancy systems and decide on how you'll manage your cash flow. So having a separate business and personal account is crucial, so you can easily track your business income and expenses, and you should also set up an accountancy system to keep track of your financial transactions and prepare your annual accounts. There are a load of programs and apps that make this really easy for you. It is so important to manage your cash flow and crucial to the success of your business. I see a lot of failures in business due to spending too much money and not reinvesting back into the business, for example. So consider your long-term business goals and stick to them. Step 6 would be launch your business. This involves setting up your physical or online storefront. It could be buying a van or tooling. Do make sure you have the proper insurances and licenses in place before you get going. And next will be launching your marketing campaigns and starting to sell your products or services. So when launching your business, you should focus on building your brand. Really good places to start for not a lot of money are websites like Fiverr. I've paid people small sums of money to design logos, brochures, and I was taught to keep the brand consistent across everything from uniforms to website, business cards, brochures, etc. Keep all the branding consistent. Consistent branding is what all the big companies do, so it's what I advise you do with your business. And then next would be attracting customers. It can be via social media, for example. Facebook is pretty good, especially for trades businesses. You can join groups like I Need, which is a place where someone asks for a product or service and your friends or family or existing clients can tag you in it so you can collect business. I've also done leafleting campaigns with good success in the past, and I'd avoid spending lots of money on advertising and concentrate on your product or service being the best it can be first. There's a lot of wasted money in advertising, unfortunately. And then I would say it's finally delivering high quality products or service. You should always try and exceed expectation. I'll give an example. I always try and turn up early for all my clients or appointments, and if the world is running late, make sure you're not. And if you're going to be late, put in a call. It's polite and courteous, and I get a lot of positive feedback for this one act alone. And you've got to ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered for, being early or late? It all makes a difference if you're doing it consistently. And lastly, don't lie or make excuses unless they're valid. No one really buys into excuses, so just be honest. And if you can't meet expectations, just be honest with your client, and most importantly, learn from these mistakes so they're not repeated. And remember, starting a business is a journey and it may take time to achieve success, but be patient, be persistent, and be willing to learn from your mistakes, as I just mentioned. And by following these steps, you can increase your chances of success and turn your business idea into reality. And that's why we're here. I guess that's why you're watching this video. So I've got 3 important tips, I think, just quickly, is to manage cash flow properly. Always do a little bit more than what you're paid to do, and never give up. Thank you for watching this video on how to start a business in the UK. I hope it's been helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And for any future business advice, please consider subscribing. And finally, good luck on your entrepreneurial journey. See you next time.